Hey, what's up, guys? Chasta here. You're watching Soundwaves TV, and this week, it's not just me. I got a co-host. In fact, he's taking over, I think. Sam Chase, everybody. As you saw, this week we'll spend the hour with the Sam Chase. We'll talk about his brand new album, his tour, and we'll meet filmmaker Sam and show you some of the videos he's directed. This is Soundwaves TV.
Alone in your apartment on a Saturday night, watching Sam TV because you got no life. But don't touch that dial, cause haven't you heard? Sam has put a show together, it's gonna rock your world. Sam TV, 11 to midnight. Sam TV is the new prime time. I got what you want and I know what you need to listen to me. Gonna change your life with Sam TV. Presented by Soundwaves TV.
Here we are, Sam TV, everybody. I don't really know why I'm here, to be honest. Like, you're so good at this. You just could host this whole thing by yourself. I'm just here for color.
You know, that's a really good point. You could leave if you want.
Okay, bye, guys.
Hey, everybody. This is Soundwaves TV. My name is Sam Chase, and I'm going to be here for the next hour showing you all the goodies that American television can show you in the span of an hour with appropriate advertising strewn about within the hour span. Yeah, you need to be here.
I need to just, I'll help a little bit, just a little bit. So we have so much to talk about. I'm so geeked out that you're here. You guys, true story, like, I'm not blowing sunshine up a skirt here. Truly, when I am sitting in a room with you, I feel like I'm with my generation's Tom Petty or Bob Dylan or like one of the great American all-time songwriters. And that is the truth. I'm just stunned by you all the time. Stunned. You're welcome.
Yeah. Beat that compliment. Just come out right away with a banger like that. And what do you say with something like that? When somebody says something like,
thank you.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you say. I had the pleasure. This was so strange how this came about. A couple weeks ago, you were playing Descend on the La Sierra, up in the middle of nowhere in the Sierra Nevadas. And I was going to be up there. And I see on his Instagram, he's playing this. And I'm like 20 miles away, and I get to see Sam out in the middle of nowhere. We drive out, and all of a sudden I see this barn, and it's full of magical people, and there's all these vans, and I hear this music coming from this barn. It was like paradise. How did you get on board with that place and do that? I know you do this all the time, but this is new to me.
Yeah, well, the festival is called Descend Festival. It happens usually in Bend, Oregon. It's called Descend on Bend.
Yes.
And just recently, my friend Austin Quattlebaum out of Portland, Oregon, also a musician, started booking for them.
Great.
Oh, yeah?
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he started booking for them, and he's like, hey, do you want to play this? It's going to be more down in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And I called the band up. They were like, a van festival where we get to just hang out and check out cool people's vans and pet their dogs and play music for them? Absolutely.
Paradise.
Yeah. And it's in, I think it was in Blairsden.
Yeah.
Which indeed is the middle of nowhere.
Beautiful middle of nowhere, but truly nothing but a barn for like miles to see.
Yeah, and it's perfect place for a large gathering of like-minded music-loving individuals. So yeah, it was really, really fun.
I will say though, watching you that night was one of the prime examples of how you can just command a space. Because this guy's up there and he takes a knee for a solo of one of his musicians and the whole crowd takes a knee right with him. And then as soon as he gets up, everybody pops up and they're dancing again and you would get quiet. Everybody would get quiet. It's just, it's magical.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's great to really kind of pull that out of an audience because, usually when you start playing, the audience doesn't know you or maybe they don't know you that well.
Yeah.
And so it might take a couple of songs to kind of get them to trust you.
You're right.
So that they'll participate.
Yes, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was standing side stage. I don't know if you could really even see me.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was trying to make eyes and be like, hey.
I was standing there like a proud sister or something because I'm standing there and I'm like, I really know this guy and I'm watching what he's doing to this crowd and it's spectacular. And it did take a couple of songs. And then it was like everyone had a meeting and they all jumped up and were like, we approve at the same time. And everyone sort of rushed the stage and it was just balls to the wall for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was so fun.
Is every show you do like that?
Honestly, pretty much.
I've seen you a handful of times, but I just got that feeling that night. I'm like, no, this is how it goes every show.
Pretty much. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of love put into it.
Yeah.
And to be able to be rewarded by an audience like that is just I'll never stop doing it.
Yeah.
As long as they're willing to keep rewarding me with great audiences like that, I'll be doing it till the day I die.
Yeah. Well, this is a little tease. This is a little TV tease for you. That night, I had a revelation, and it brought a question to my mind that I'm going to ask you at the end of the show, and I'm going to get you on camera with your answer. So if you say yes, you're going to be held to it.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. Is that a tease? That was a good tease, wasn't it?
That was good. We'll be right back. Was that the right thing to say?
Yeah.
It sounded like a good time. Here we go.
I've got my Kool-Aid down the rabbit hole, off the deep end, chasing windmills. We might be crazy about our theories, but you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall.
Amanda,
Well, we're doing our best in the cuckoo nest, watching Looney Tunes. It's an inside job trying to wag the dog when you're locked in a padded room. We may be 2 sandwiches short of a picnic basket cake, but if you take my hand, it'll help you understand why I act this way. I hear there's Kool-Aid down the rabbit hole, off the deep end, chasing windmills. We might be crazy about our theories, but you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. Sound the alarm at the funny farm. We're breaking out of this joint. We got tinfoil hats, baseball bats, and we've hit our breaking point. To them, this life's a big old joke, but to us, that joke falls flat. But there's a place we can go where the funny farm ain't nothing to laugh at. Right here, there's Kool-Aid down the rabbit hole, off the deep end, chasing windmills. We might be crazy about our theories, but you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. Here we go. Like deep state, Illuminati, flat earth, Paul McCartney, Bigfoot, Epstein, Kubrick shot the moon landing. Who is on the grass? You know what's going on in Roswell. Media's mind control. Sky is full of chemtrails. Kids are into QAnon. Their parents look to Jimmy Hoffa. Ancient aliens built all the pyramids. Microchips and 5G can't melt steel beams. I know it all sounds crazy. You just gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. Do your own research, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, roll. We are 2 screws on the loose, like we got nothing to lose. You might be a spy, but so could I, and I'd rather be spying with you. Cause I've been searching my whole life for the last clue to crack this case. But sometimes when you look too far ahead, you can't see what's in front of your face. I got my Kool-Aid down the rabbit hole, off the deep end, chasing windmills. We might be crazy about our theories, but you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. All right, I need your help. I got my Kool-Aid. Oh, I got my Kool-Aid
might be crazy, we might be crazy about our theories, But you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. But you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. Down the rabbit hole, oh, off the deep end, we're chasing windmills. We might be crazy about our theories, but you're all too lazy to see the writing on the wall. Writing on the wall. Writing on the wall. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, you're watching Soundwaves TV. Sam TV, Sam Chase, the one and only.
I can't believe I get my own TV.
I mean, it's because you're so damn cool. We just hand over the reins to you. We got to talk about this new album. You call this an album, which may be the greatest name of an album ever. You just saw Chasing Windmills on this album. I want to talk about that song and the idea of it because it's so fantastic and it's something everyone, I think, can relate to about fighting idiots. Can I say that?
You can say
Online.
You can say whatever you want. They've called me much worse.
It's just fighting to the death in comments and stuff on social. You tell it. You're much better at explaining.
Well, I can definitely tell you that during the pandemic, we all had a lot of time on our hands, and we spent a lot of that time on the internet.
Yeah.
And we all maybe had a bone to pick about certain things. There were a lot of things going on in the world that there were a lot of people were in direct disagreement about. And I also felt like I was on the right side of history. Let me rewind that.
Yeah.
I also felt like I was on the right side of history with very salient points that needed to be shared with the world. And so I shared them, especially on the comment threads of people who I vehemently disagreed with. Really stupid people on the internet that believe stupid things.
And there are plenty of those, it turns out.
So many. You'll never run out of stupid people on the internet.
That's right.
And I found myself, it wasn't helping me. And the reason that it wasn't helping me was because I never changed a single person's mind.
Isn't that wild?
It's wild. Well, that's not what the internet is for.
I know.
The internet is a giant collective pillow in which all of us can scream.
Yeah,
And
I love that analogy. That's so accurate.
well, yeah, and you've never ever in your life screamed into a pillow and wanted the pillow to scream back.
You made it even better.
And that was me. I was the pillow screaming back.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't changing anybody's mind. I was just annoying them as they were trying to get out all of these emotions that they're feeling. Everybody's going through it.
Yeah.
And I was just making it worse. And so for my New Year's resolution of 2021, I decided that my New Year's resolution was to no longer fight with stupid people on the internet.
Just stop it.
And I'm really, really good at New Year's resolutions that involve me doing nothing as opposed to doing something.
That's fair. Yeah.
One year, my New Year's resolution was to no longer get a haircut for the entirety of the year, and that one was easy.
Yeah.
And then every other year, 6-pack abs.
Yes.
And
Not so much.
not as easy. But yeah, not getting fights with people on the internet, super easy.
I
And
love
had
that
a
you
ton
put
of free
that
time.
energy, though, into this song.
I had a lot of free time on my hands, not getting in fights, and so
Yeah.
I decided to write a little love letter to those people that I'd been avoiding for all this time. So it's about two conspiracy theorists in an insane asylum.
Where they should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they fall in love,
Yeah.
break out of the insane asylum, and run away together.
That's a movie I would watch.
Yeah, that's a movie I want to make.
Right? You should.
Yeah.
You should. We'll talk about him as a filmmaker later.
Good
We'll get to
segue.
that, right? I do this for a living, as you should. Sam TV, again, I don't know where I'm
I should get paid to be here.
You really should, but you won't. I hate to say that.
At least I get free beer.
Just keeping it real.
Brought to you by beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get paid in it.
That's the truth. God, it's sad how true that is. So this album, God, it just sounds like I'm here to just, love on you. And I guess I am. But the truth is, this is a frickin' masterpiece.
Thank you.
From beginning to end. I mean, the first song you put on it was Strike a Chord. And the first time I heard it, I got it, you sent it to me because I am a Patreon, by the way. Reminder, be a Patreon for Sam Chase.
Patreon.com/TheSamChase.
And because of that, actually, he helps me take my vitamins with a shot glass every morning as well. Every morning I see Sam's... I was like, kicking one back. Unfortunately, it's just vitamins.
All I did was give her the shot glass. I don't tell her how to take the vitamins.
He's not actually giving me the vitamins. But
that would be a great Patreon perk. But yes, let's move on.
$500 a month, maybe.
I will come to your house, give you multivitamins every morning.
Brilliant. This album, I mean, I love all your albums. I have all your albums. This one, and I really do. That's no bullshit. But this one took my breath away. I was listening to this, and I remember we were getting ready to go somewhere, and Jay got in the shower, and he got out of the shower, and I remembered where we stopped. I was like, no. We got to rewind. You got to hear it all the way through. And he loved it, too. So tell me about the making of this, baby, because it's incredible. It's won Grammys in my head already.
Wow. Well, a lot of it really did come from being locked in a house for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these songs...
It's your Silver Lining album?
Yeah. A lot of these songs were written during that time. And, you know, we had a lot of time to reflect on who we were, who we wanted to be, what we wanted to do in the world. And on the heels of my other albums, I found that I wanted something that cut deep, but also was lighthearted. I wanted something that somebody could listen to and not have to like fully engage in. But if they wanted to engage, they could find all the nooks and crannies of ways in which they can really, you know, fall in love with a song. So, you know, there are parts that are lighthearted. There are parts that are not so lighthearted, pretty dark. But
those
the whole
are probably
time,
the ones that really grabbed a hold of my heart.
Yeah, thank you. Well, but at the same time, I wanted to keep people's toes tapping. And not, you know, stop them in their tracks when they need to be stopped in their tracks, but not necessarily the whole time. And
that's exactly why it is an award-winning album. It will be. It already is in my head. Because it does strike a chord. I truly did not mean to do that. I swear to God I did not. It really does, though, strike a chord and a balance. It's that tightrope between a lot of depth and the river running really, really deep and those lyrics jumping out at you and just hitting you in the chest, which is what happened to me several times and every time I listened to this album. But you're right. You know, there's a lot of danceable stuff. There's fun stuff. There's party stuff. There's drinking beer stuff.
Sometimes you have to come up for air.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
When you're going deep.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And so I cannot recommend this enough. You call this an album. How'd you come up with the title?
It took 30 seconds. I was sick of thinking about it.
And it made me
like,
your
you know
best
what?
yet.
Well, people don't listen to albums anymore as much. You know, it's a singles thing.
But that's the thing. That's the difference.
I want to show the youth.
That's what we call
right?
This is yes, this is an album for real. This is what it used to be like. Started in the beginning, listen all the way through. So make sure you pick it up. This is a commercial. Sam TV, as you can tell. More of the Sam Chase coming up. You're watching Soundwaves TV. Sam TV. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
You almost had it.
If you'd like to be considered for airplay on either Soundwaves FM on 107.7 The Bone or right here on Soundwaves TV, go to 1077thebone.com/Soundwaves. It's kind of like back in the day, scamming your way into a radio station with your demo tape, but never actually having to leave the house.
You guys are crazy, man.
This portion of Soundwaves TV is sponsored by Longboard, the coolest hidden gem on the coast. A world-class music venue with a neighborhood vibe. Stop by for a drink or check out an awesome show. For more information, go to longboardbar.com.
You're watching Soundwaves TV or
Sam TV.
We have talked about your musicianship, but I want to talk about your filmmaking. You are a music director of the videos.
I do own a camera.
Yeah. Okay, so seriously though, you've done a roster of videos. We're going to show you some in a minute, but when did this start? How did it start? Where did this come from?
I went to school for film.
Yeah.
Because
so you really did go to film school. Where?
UC Santa Cruz. I was in the film department.
Okay, got it.
And, because I needed to come up with a major quick
Yep.
because I was getting up there in years at Santa Cruz.
Yep.
And picked film. I didn't realize how much I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play with, my parents' video cameras when I was a little kid and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I started making a bunch of horror films and really enjoyed it. And so after college, I just jumped into the film world.
And actually used your degree, of which most don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good for you.
I wish I made more money with it, but
okay.
no, it's going really well.
Yeah, that's
I can live
another
in
story.
San Francisco. That actually is quite a feat.
That is a huge feat, actually. Like, I've had people ask that about several musicians, you being one of them, that I interview. Is like, do they do music all the time? Or are they doing it? And I'm like, they usually, in some way, shape, or form, do the arts, right? Videos, directing, writing, recording, all the things. So it is a feat. Congrats to you.
Well,
That's
John
a big
Prine was a mailman.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. We share a love for John Prine, one of the best ever. Who you remind me of? Again, compliments.
Tom Petty.
I know.
Bob Dylan, John Prine.
See, I know.
Feels good.
Here just to make your head really, really big so you can't walk out the door after this.
Let's do this every week.
So how did you get started doing your friends' music videos? Because you do like a lot of, which by the way, can I just say, all the people he hangs out with, you guys seem like the coolest kids in the school. Like all of you.
I can't disagree. I'm super lucky to get to hang out with some really cool, fun people.
I mean, you guys, your cluster of artists, and you can start rattling them off. But I mean, you're going to see Rainbow Girls and Kiki and Ben, and you've got all these people, Jeremy, who I think is amazing, all these people that you collaborate with, or you guys are in each other's music videos. You guys are really, you set the standard for the sound right now of the Bay Area and why it's so good.
That's
There's
great.
so much talent.
Growing up in San Francisco, I always wanted to be a part of a scene, because
yeah.
I kind of am of the age that at the real tail end of the Berkeley punk scene, which meant that it was a terrible punk scene because it's like everybody that was going to get famous was long gone, and I was playing shows with their little brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So, I've always wanted to be a part of a scene, and man, for the last 10 years of being in this band, I've met so many people like up and down the coast, and it's such a tight-knit musical community, like all the way up to the Canada border and all the way down to LA. It's pretty magical.
Yeah.
And especially in the Bay Area, I feel like it's such a hub for incredible musicians and really good people.
Yeah, it is. How did you strong arm them into you doing their videos?
I'm cheap.
Well, there you go.
I'm cheap and they're poor.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah. But it was one of my things. It's like, I'll make this for, this small amount of money. But my one rule is that I have to have a cameo.
You're Hitchcock.
I have to have a Hitchcock moment.
I love it. They're all so great. Some of them are more obvious than others, like you play a bartender or something, but some of them maybe just a scroll, somebody's scrolling and looking on their phone, and then there's Sam's face, I see her. Or a shot glass sitting there says Sam Chase. That's super fun.
Yeah.
How much of the art direction are you doing? The idea of these videos, is it coming from the artist? You collab?
It's a collaboration.
Okay.
Some of these that you'll see were definitely pretty much all the band, and then some of them you'll see were pretty much all me.
Okay.
Like the Rainbow Girls one that we're going to get into, they basically recreated their living room into this set. That was all them. I showed up, set up a camera, set up some lights, and they had all the ideas.
Wow.
So it made my job really easy, but every time that I open up my light kit, I still just have pieces of Rainbow Girls confetti falling out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then
they're so badass, by the way.
Oh,
I mean, what rockin' females. Holy Lord.
They're killing it right now.
So much power in those girls.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be in a room with all of them, I'm sure was like, all right, I'm just going to, you tell me what to do. I'm going to go over here and do it.
It's a walking party. It's wherever they go, it's a party.
So great. Your cameo in that one specifically, was it your idea? Do you come up with the cameos?
I don't remember if I came
Since
up with
it is
that
your
cameo.
rule.
I think that they had a character, and I was like, dibs.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see myself being any other character in this music video. I was definitely excited about being in their music video.
Yeah. So we have Rainbow Girls you're going to see, and then you're also going to see a video right after that, Kiki the Cat. Now, I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but Kiki, who, by the way, is Satan in this video, is your lady.
Not in real life.
She's your lady friend.
Yeah.
That's fair to say, right?
Yep.
Absolutely stunning. I've never met Kiki. I hope to one day. But such a gorgeous and very, very talented girl.
Yeah.
How is it working, though, with your lover? Is it tricky? Is it easy? Is it harder than the rest?
Next question. So shooting this video, we shot this in our house actually, like during COVID.
Yeah.
We shot a lot of music
Which
videos.
you've shot a lot of stuff in your house. Yeah.
Down in the garage.
In the lair.
Yeah, we just set up some blankets and some lights and stuff.
It's great.
And so she did all her own makeup for it. I didn't make a cameo in that because it just wasn't appropriate.
Yeah.
Have a silly, stupid cameo in that one. But no, she crushes this one all the way through.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I love it. It is an interesting juxtapose. As somebody who was raised in the Bible Belt, that song, and I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
That's the point.
Pushes the boundaries.
Yeah.
It made me feel.
Yeah.
That's the point of art and music. All right, we're gonna see Sam as the filmmaker. Watch a couple videos. We'll be right back. You're watching Sam TV, everybody.
Beer.
Supremacists and people who still steal from small businesses. I love you like the bully who made fun of me and made me doubt my worth and capability. Net malware and used car dealerships. I love you like big oil lobbyists, Fox News, Weinstein, and those who look the other way. Please don't look the other way.
Coming up, we're going to talk to Sam Chase about the last rights of Dallas Pistol. So you want to stick around for that. You're watching Soundwaves TV or Sam TV.
Closed captioning for Soundwaves TV is brought to you by Green Room Music Center, offering rock camp, music lessons, a drum shop, and rehearsal spaces for rent. For more information, go to greenroommusiccenter.com.
Check out Soundwaves TV on all our social media accounts, deleted scenes, extended interviews, the latest announcements, and official playlists. The Bay Area plays here. Hit us up everywhere at Soundwaves TV.
Hey guys, you're watching Sam TV, and I have a prop now. One of the greatest achievements of your entire life.
I would agree with that. Yes, definitely. This is one of the greatest things I've ever created.
The last rights of Dallas Pistol. We've talked about this on Soundwaves TV before. It is such a phenomenal piece of music. But tell everybody if they don't know what it is.
This is like a QVC show, just selling my music.
I know. I don't mean for it to be like that. I can't help myself.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan.
I almost love it as much as you're going to love this vinyl. The Last Rights of Dallas Pistol by the Sam Chase and the Untraditional. 2 vinyls, blood red vinyls with 18
hold on. I'll be
songs
your fan of
and 3
white.
chapters.
Here, you can pull.
18 songs and 3 chapters. All rock and roll.
Look at that
Look at
beauty.
that.
Look at that.
Ooh, wow.
I
red.
mean,
that's my favorite color. What's your favorite color, Chasta?
Black. Surprise, surprise. Morticia says black.
Maybe the next album.
Because that's so original, a black vinyl.
It's my favorite color, too, because it's slimming.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think I love it so much? And it reminds me of Johnny Cash. God rest his soul. All right, so that's another one. Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, John Prine, Johnny Cash.
We got to write this down. Dennis in post, if you could just put this down on the screen.
Yes.
Maybe a side by side.
Yeah. Separated at birth. We're doing it. It's happening. That's going to be our social media post for this Sam TV. All right. So tell us about Dallas Pistol. How did you come up with this brilliant idea?
I felt like shooting myself in the foot. I felt like in this world where people only listen to singles,
yes.
I wanted to create an 18-song rock opera.
Yes.
Spaghetti Western, Faustian spaghetti Western rock opera in 3 chapters. A type of album that you'd have to sit down and listen to the entire thing to make any sense of it.
Yeah.
All different types of songs, different characters, different people singing, and I wanted to do it in a very short period of time. And so it took 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, we came out with a lot of albums in between from the beginning of writing this to the end of it. And since my foot has healed up, I've decided to shoot myself in the foot again, and I'm writing part 2 right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless your soul.
I'm about 6 songs in.
Okay, so explain that process to me. Are you thinking about this as an album or as a movie or separate stories that you'll weave together? How does this work in your brain?
Well, I think of it as it's a story.
Okay.
You know, as if like the same type of story if you were to open a book, if you were to turn on a movie.
Right.
It's just the story that you create in your head when you close your eyes and you listen to music.
Yeah.
And you know, the story just kind of came to me, but it built itself over time, and things changed because there's always holes that you have to fill in a story. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now is I have the arc. I know how I want it to begin and I know how I want it to end, but now I'm just filling in the middle.
Okay. You're speaking Dennis's language now.
Yeah.
He's a storyteller like that. It seems like such a monstrous feat. Overwhelming, I guess, might be a word. Really
overwhelming. I mean, just to write the music and the story was overwhelming, but then recording this beast it took over a year. Tons of instrumentation. Every track has 60 different instrument tracks, you know?
You're a glutton for punishment if you're doing it all over again.
Oh, yeah.
But we as fans are so excited for it.
Part 2 is going to be so much crazier. I want to be able to write.
How?
I want to write an album that cannot be played live.
Oh, I love that idea.
I want it to be
so elaborate.
So elaborate that unless we get 30 people on stage, you can't do it.
Which you would. You would. If anybody's going to do that, it would be you.
I mean, I like pushing myself to the limits. I like, knowing what I'm capable of and then going beyond that.
Yeah.
And I think, I can write albums for the rest of my life. But at a certain point, you have to push yourself into new realms to really kind of know your worth, you know?
And probably feed the need of creativity, right? Like keep that challenge is what keeps you interested, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it can get
tortured.
stale. Yeah, it can. Well, yeah, that's how I definitely. I mean, even making this album, every album.
Yeah,
I hate them until they come out, and now I can listen to this and I can enjoy it, a lot.
Yeah, I have to assume that's because once you've put it out in the world, the baby is born. There's nothing you can do. You can't change it. You've released it, and now it's up to interpretation from your fans.
Yeah,
right?
And getting a lot of feedback from the fans really helped me look at it and be like, okay, it's a really good album.
It is a really good album. They're all really good albums. That's why we're such fans here.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one is a different beast. Going back to Dallas Pistol, I don't know that I've ever really seen anybody do something like Meatloaf. Maybe I don't know. Like other than
well, it was inspired by the Who.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Of course.
Tommy was a big one for me growing up.
Oh, was it? Yeah. That's of course. That I would say. But I mean, as far as anyone I personally know that could pull something like this off, it's just. I mean, there's weight to it. It's incredible.
It's 40 pounds.
Yeah. So when is your next part 2, volume 2, whatever you're going to call it? And what are you going to call it?
God.
The Last Rites of Dallas Pistol. What are we?
That's a pretty good album title right there. I don't know how we're going to beat it. Oh, the final resting place of Dallas Pistol?
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. We'll see when we get...
The Tomb of Dallas Pistol.
We'll see in 6 years when we have to make that decision.
Yes.
We will make that decision then.
All right. So we don't know a drop date on it then. We can't tease something at this. No way.
No way. 2030. Before 2030. That's my goal.
2030. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. We've got more to get to. We've got Sam TV going on. We'll be right back.
Slightly flailing, it's a rhythm much like falling down the stairs. Oh, there's no real reason for it, so let us pause just for a minute. Stop pretending that the other isn't there. Oh, I can hear you telling secrets, I know what they say about me, but I can't tell you that none of it is true. But one thing that I can say is when they finally cross my way, they will be crying to the heavens, at least until I'm through. Even a mountain can know shame. Water runs in fear and wind will howl from the pain. But my place upon this earth, no, we don't belong together. One foot goes right in front of the other. I'll lead the way, we'll walk forever. Hey! I can feel the ground beneath me quiver. Grown men hear my name and shiver. I am known for many tales of woe, but then how awkward it must be. For the man they've come to see is just a small boy, poor and alone, except for his banjo, arriving at the bar to play a show. They said, hey boy, where's your daddy? I got a word I'd like to have with him. It's time that he is answered for his crimes. I say, I don't know what you've heard. My daddy has been dead a long time. I'm the man you've come to see. So let's just take this outside air. Even a mountain can roll shade. Water runs in fear and wind will howl from the pain of my place upon this earth. No, we don't belong together. One foot goes right in front of the other. I'll lead the way, we'll walk forever. 1, 2, where you been? Everybody wants to kill the wolf, everybody wants to show the world evil is no match for them, but evil only exists to kill good. I don't want to be the devil's hand, don't want to follow his command. All I want to do is front a band. I'm not a wolf, I'm just a man. Oh, everybody wants to kill the wolf, everybody wants to show the world evil is no match for them, but evil only exists to kill good. I don't want to be the devil's hand, don't want to follow his command. All I want to do is front a band. I'm not a wolf, I'm just a man. Oh, everybody wants to kill the wolf, everybody wants to show the world evil is no match for them, but evil only exists to kill good. I don't want to be the devil's hand, don't want to follow his command. All I want to do is run a band. I'm not a wolf, I'm just a man. Oh, everybody wants to kill the wolf, everybody wants to show the world evil is no match for them, but evil only exists to kill good. I don't want to be the devil's hand, don't want to follow his command. All I want to do is front a band. I'm not a wolf, I'm just a man.
And if you are a musician, we want to hear your jams. If you'd like to be considered for airplay on either Soundwaves FM on 107.7 The Bone or right here on Soundwaves TV, then go to 1077thebone.com/soundwaves. It's like sliding into the DMs of your crush, but with a higher success rate.
You guys are crazy, man.
This portion of Soundwaves TV is sponsored by Longboard, the coolest hidden gem on the coast. A world-class music venue with a neighborhood vibe. Stop by for a drink or check out an awesome show. For more information, go to longboardbar.com.
You're watching.
Welcome back.
Yes, take it.
Welcome back. You're watching Soundwaves TV. It's like radio for your eyeballs. I'm here with Chasta, and we're here to talk about me.
You're so much better at this than I am. Again, I don't know why I'm here. We're talking about Brothers Comatose.
Oh, right.
Of which it does have a Sam connection, of course.
Thank God.
Right, I know. Whew. You directed this really crazy video. They did a cover of a song I'm not a fan of, I'll be honest. Never been a Backstreet Boys kind of girl. No offense to any of you who are. I Want It That Way.
And now you are a fan
And
of
now I like that song. What in the actual F?
For weeks, I was singing their version of this song.
I bet. No, it's so good. They made that song so a million times
Turns
better.
out it's a good song.
It is a good song when it's done by Brothers Comatose.
Yeah.
All right, so why would they choose that? How did you get involved?
This was after a response to a article that was kind of a hit piece that was written about them, calling them the Backstreet Boys of Bluegrass. And it was a really mean article. It wasn't deserved. And so I texted up Ben from the Brothers Comatose. And
By the way, it's just like phenomenally talented.
Phenomenally, not the Backstreet Boys of Bluegrass.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I called him up and I was like, hey, man.
Yeah.
You gotta cover that song. Let's shoot a video.
I love
Let's
it.
get back
I
at this
love
guy.
that. That's
and so
great.
we did.
Yeah.
And I think it hit back 12 times, 13, maybe 20 times as hard as the article itself.
So good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it turned
what
out
a
really
beautiful,
good.
artful way to be like, I got you, smack.
With a Sam cameo, too.
Yeah, of course. It's got to have a Sam cameo. So, all right, you guys have never...
Sameo.
A Sameo. Did you just think of that in real time?
I did.
Wow, that was brilliant. That was brilliant, everybody. It's a Sameo and the Brothers Comatose. You Want It That Way. You Like It That Way. What was the name of that
I Want
song?
It That Way.
I Want It That Way. See, I told you I'm not a Backstreet Boys fan, but this is
And
gonna come.
you'll want it that way after this.
My fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way, but we are two worlds apart, can't reach to your heart. I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are, you are, you are. I wanna hate you, ain't nothing but a heartache, ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
You have been watching Soundwaves TV, aka Sam TV. It has been such a pleasure to sit here with one of my absolute favorite artists. I'm not talking local artists. I'm not talking from the Bay Area. I'm not talking unsigned or whatever, any of that kind of stuff. I'm saying of all time.
The Prince of San Francisco.
The Prince of San Francisco.
The artist
That is-
formerly known as Prince of San Francisco.
Exactly. So I teased you guys at the top of this show that I was going to ask Sam a question, and it's kind of a dark one.
Okay.
So I hope that you're prepared. But I'm probably going to cry. As I was listening to this album, I started thinking about legacy and how, like, impactful this is. Do you see me? I started thinking about my legacy, and I was like, God, when I die, like, I want to make sure that that is solidified in stone. And I don't know that anybody could capture my essence better than Sam. So I'm going to ask you now, if I die before you, will you play my funeral?
How much are you going to pay me?
That's the best answer. Yes. I'm sure I'll you know what? I'll
Leave a little bit of the will.
I'll put it in my will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I got you. No, seriously.
Absolutely.
It's weird when you think about that. I'm the person, again, you guys know I'm Morticia. This is how my brain works. I think about those types of things, and I've thought about what my playlist would be, and I have a funeral playlist, and my closest know what it is and all that stuff. But I just thought, you know what? I want to have that party, because when I go to a show like the one I saw you at, we were talking about Descend on the La Sierra, and I was standing there, and that was when I had sort of a moment. It's like, God, when you go to a show, shoot, I'm so emotional. When you go to a show like this and you stand there and you watch people dancing and having fun and singing at the top of their lungs and connecting, like, that's the essence of music, right? That's why we all love it. That's why we all do this.
Yeah.
Even when you don't get paid, and even when it's not enough, and even when it's torturing and all these things.
It's a peak experience.
It's why you do it. It's
Yeah.
the essence of life to me. And I just feel like you capture that so beautifully as an artist. And I mean, all your albums, but specifically this one, it just hit me in the gut. So
Well, thank you so much. That's such a nice and really great way of putting it. I'm almost at a loss for words.
Well,
almost.
I'm sure you must feel that standing on stage. Like, this is the moment. Like, it's kind of like a if I died tonight moment. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm going out in a ball of energy with the people I love, doing what I love. It's
I can definitely say that I've had the peak experiences that I was looking for
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
And those are those moments.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why live music hasn't gone out of style yet, like everything else. Like landline telephones, not a thing anymore. You know, I mean, I don't think that we're going to have like cable TV for much longer either.
Yeah.
Because, we got Soundwaves TV.
Exactly.
It's going to take over the world.
That's right.
But, it's like, I think live music will always be in style. I think there's always a space that people need to go to feel these peak experiences with other like-minded people. And they don't go to church.
Yeah.
You know?
This is their church.
Yeah. Music is
those moments
definitely-
on a Saturday night in a barn with a beer with the people that you love, that's church to
I
some.
mean, that's when you feel the, whatever it is outside of our own bodies. Like, it's definitely when you see things through other beings' eyeballs.
Yeah.
And you're able to kind of experience the universe in a room with other people who are doing the same.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical, and it's pretty good to be like the ringleader of the circus.
Which you definitely are.
Yeah, they give me a mic, and I get to basically watch over the madness. It's fantastic.
What a special place to be. Well, I'm just glad to be one of the people standing in the room.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
taking over Sam TV. We need to do Sam TV at least once this season, I think.
Deal.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
And he's playing my funeral, everybody. I wish I had a beer to cheers you. Cheers. Hopefully I don't die tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see if there's a next week on Soundwaves TV. This is my dark brain.
Yeah, that was a really dark ending. Is this going to be like the credits rolling right now? Is that what we're going to have? Or should we just like sit here silently as the credits roll and just think about our ultimate demise?
Yeah. Welcome to my brain. It's pretty heavy, isn't it? I know. Yeah. It's a dark place up there.
Oh, man. You should fill it with better music.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Harder than a wrecking ball, the heat is tearing down these walls. The blood and sweat is pouring from the tap, it's overflowing. This body's pounding broken bones. The world could end, we never know. Music's getting louder as our hearts all beat together. Oh, we came for the glory, we came for the fun. We came with a fight in our hearts and gave it our best shot. Oh, people doing what they want to do, and nothing here is good for you. There's something reassuring on these bridges that we're burning. No one here wants to believe that there might be no way to leave. No one wants to show it. It's a trap and we all know it. Oh, we came for the glory. We came for the fall. Oh, we came with a fight in our hearts and gave it our best shot. Oh, 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 how could you really blame us in a world where nothing changes? People need to know they're doing something that will keep them moving. So we built them a house and wrote them a song and burned that midnight oil, doing everything wrong. And we feel invincible. And yet deep in our hearts there must be a part of something